I now invite the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Senator OLUREMI TINUBU CON.
When President Bola Tinubu took the oath of office on the 29th of May 2023 as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the woman who had just concluded her third term as a senator representing Lagos Central Senatorial District, Senator OLUREMI TINUBU, knew the drill and was poised for work as a support system for her husband of over 3 decades. Hence, her pet project tagged Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, with 5 scopes, namely agriculture, education, economic empowerment, social investment, and health.
My commitment is driven through the Renewed Hope Initiative, which focuses on agriculture, economic empowerment, education, health, and social investment to support vulnerable groups, the youth, children, and to empower our women towards ensuring better lives for their families.
Women's Agricultural Support Program, 500,000 Naira to 20 women farmers per state and the FCT, including training and provision of farm implements and inputs. Every Home a Garden competition, which was open to first-time farmers in all the 36 states and the FCT, with the winner emerging from Borno State with a prize money of 20 million Naira. This has encouraged not only women, but men to have a garden and also to take to farming. The 68.9 million Naira Agricultural Support Grant, which is a collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, given to wives of state governors to support the Young Farmers Club, a club launched by the First Lady, OLUREMI TINUBU, through her Renewed Hope Initiative to encourage students take to farming from an early age. It has the motto, "Growing the food I eat starts with me." Also, the grant is to support women and youth in Agric in the various states through the Office of the Wives of State Governors.
Since I graduated, I've been practicing farming. The Renewed Hope Initiative is an excellence program which it's benefited a lot of farmers in Kwara State here, and I happen to be one of the beneficiaries.
47 indigent first-year students were granted annual scholarships of 1 million Naira, that is, 1 person per state and the FCT, and the 5 security providers in the country. Also, a brand new laptop was given to each of the students through partnerships with the African Union Development Agency, New Partnership for Africa's Development, AUDA NEPAD. 43 students are currently enrolled at the African School of Economics, while 7 students have been sponsored by the Belarusian government to study medicine, agriculture, and information technology in Belarus. 5,100 bursary awards have also been disbursed in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Education to support female students studying education and other courses in public tertiary institutions across the country.
I have 2 siblings. They couldn't make it to school. They couldn't further up, so they have to stop. So I'm very grateful to have this opportunity.
Alternative High School for Girls is an initiative Senator OLUREMI TINUBU started while she was the wife of the governor in Lagos State between 1999 and 2007. The first one was built in 2007 and still exists till date, with the aim of providing girls who had to drop out of school due to pregnancies, early marriages, cultural or family pressures, financial incapabilities, among others, another opportunity to complete their education. A similar model has been built by the RHI in Osun State, southwest Nigeria, complete with modern classrooms, a crèche for nursing mothers, a sick bay, and vocational training center. This was done in collaboration with the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, which has built 40 across the country. Donation of over 2 million exercise books to public schools across the nation. The RHI collaborated with Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, to provide lesson tablets to 45,000 pupils and students in the 9 Niger Delta states of Nigeria. 50 million naira financial grants to 1,000 women petty traders in each of the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Business grants to persons with disabilities, 100,000 naira each. Women's ICT Training Empowerment Program, SDG Empowerment for 1,000 women with existing businesses with implements, items, and more in all the 36 states and the FCT. Advocacy on HPV vaccination, where the First Lady joined her voice and launched the introduction of the vaccine to the nation's routine immunization program, and tuberculosis advocacy campaign as the global and national Stop TB champion by Stop TB Global, Geneva. The First Lady of Nigeria has taken her advocacy to the media, the streets, and every nooks and cranny. Through her RHI, she has put her money where her mouth is by donating 2 billion naira to the cause. Professional kits to midwives comprising of 60,000 scrubs and 60,000 pairs of Crocs have been distributed to the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. This is to improve on service delivery by the midwives and boost their morale. Organization of African First Ladies for Development, OFLAD, initiated the Free to Shine campaign to address the growing complacency in the response to the spread of HIV/AIDS, syphilis, and hepatitis. Female genital mutilation is also getting the attention of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as she takes the call for the end to this practice to the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria with her visits to traditional rulers. Annually, the RHI holds the Elderly Support Program during the Yuletide. This program, which is to assure them that they are loved and not forgotten, includes medical screening and provision of food items and clothing. Also, a sum of 100,000 naira was given to 250 elderly per state, the FCT, and widows of fallen heroes aged above 65 years at the maiden edition in 2023, but has now been increased to 200,000 naira. Food Outreach Program is one where 2 truckloads of various food items are taken monthly to different states of the Federation. Since the commencement of the program in May 2024, 15 states have so far benefited. In a bid to re-energize the spirit of true nationhood and oneness, the First Lady, through the RHI, introduced a competition for youths below 25 years old to design a national fabric. This saw the winner going home with 25 million naira prize money. Subsequently, there was the launch of National Unity Fabric, a fabric which has now become the toast of national events. There was also the collaboration by RHI with SDG for the construction of Nana Berry Orphanage Home. This facility accommodates over 200 children and it's fully equipped with modern amenities for their comfort, including the school. With all that has so far been done, there is still much more from the Renewed Hope Initiative. The Flow with Confidence Initiative, which launches in a short while from now, will see the initiative supply 10,000 cartons of sanitary towels to 10,000 adolescent girls per state, especially those living in the rural areas. They would not have to miss school because of their monthly flows. Environmental Club for Senior Secondary School Students and Environment Society for students of tertiary institutions to have them clean their environment and grow trees to mitigate climate change. Business recapitalization grants for persons with disabilities, 200,000 naira would be given to 250 persons per state and the FCT. Women's economic empowerment for 500 women per state. With the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, better days are emerging in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. First, I want to thank Merck Foundation, Professor Frank, and also Senator Rasha Kelej for inviting me to be amongst my sisters, all these incredible women, and for us to learn from one another. So I want to thank you. This is my first time to Merck Foundation. Well, I want to thank you so much for inviting me, and I look forward to our collaboration together. But I'd like to say a brief, you can see that it seems I'm just doing different things up there. So, but Nigeria is a large population, over 250 million people. So it's quite difficult to really navigate through. And immediately my husband assumed office, fuel subsidy was removed, which really brought a really huge challenge for us as a nation. And this is something that previous governments couldn't really decide on, because once they decided, the country went into chaos. But we thank God so far, because I will believe that, you know, Nigerians have a bit of trust in my husband, and that was why we are able to pull through for almost 2 years. And now we are getting out of the loop, and things are beginning to really come out. The benefits of the subsidy removal, the Nigerians are beginning to see that. And the wrong names they have about Nigeria, we've been able to build, credibility globally. So Nigeria is beginning to be a nation that people respect and they want to do business with. But having said that, I started my life as a biology teacher. I read education in the university, and I love to teach. So I still believe I'm a lifelong teacher. So having done that, I had a stint of being the wife of the governor, like a position of a first lady of a state for 8 years, which is in Lagos. And Lagos being the commercial nerve center, because when you talk about Nigeria, people will talk about Lagos first. And Lagos is really growing in leaps and bounds, and they are beginning to be a strong economy. So having done that, I cut my teeth. I've been trying to play the role of the First Lady. And then after my husband's tenure in 2007, I ran for office, not knowing what I was doing, because I love to do a lot of things, which you would have seen out there. I got into the Senate, and I was lucky to serve 3 terms, which is a period of 12 years. So during that time, I started a lot of programs that you would see up there, and supporting the elderly, trying to get buildings going on. I even built a market, built a drug rehabilitation center, and even my days as a First Lady, I built a youth camp, which is yet to really function well, but we are still in the process of, completion, on a 17-hectare land. Because I believe children are supposed to grow in an environment where they can express themselves, either through informal and formal education as well. So that is ongoing. So I'm saying this because of that experience, because I see, yes, you want to give buildings, and, I didn't know that it's very difficult in Nigeria to integrate that into government. Because some government will feel that, what I discovered is that they feel threatened, that, you are doing something they are not doing, so they try to frustrate you. So whereas when I do this building, I donate it back to them. I said, go use it. It's something that our youth will need, because most of the youth were really struggling with a lot of drug abuse. And going through the rigors of going through the hospital system might be too long. So that was why I said a drug rehabilitation center would be ideal for you to just go get clean, and then you can go back. And there's also a skills acquisition center there. You can learn some skills and go back to society and being productive. But having done that, I was thinking that, I love charity work. So I've always believed in giving back. So I believe that, once God blesses you, you're supposed to bless people no matter what. So I was thinking that, after my tenure in the Senate, I'm just going to keep doing charity work. But as God will have that, my husband was elected the president. So the journey now started all over again. I would say I didn't really prepare myself, but from all my little experiences, I got involved with OFLAD. So I started learning. Like I said, being a lifelong teacher, I believe every encounter is something for you to learn from. So I kept learning, kept growing. And over the years, we have friends. We have friends who, I would say they are wealthy enough to let go some of their money. And like the food bank you see, companies that, these are owned by billionaires. My sister, Fatemato, knows Nigeria more than I do. She's like, I would say she's one of us, and a Nigerian by association. So she knows Bua very well. So they give food trucks like 20 tons every month, because with the removal of subsidy brought a lot of bite in food prices and a lot of things, but we are still doing that. And then there's another company who doesn't want me to mention their name. They started giving us the truck of food first. So we started using that. But I decided to do a lot of social intervention just to help people through 5 pillars through the Renewed Hope Initiative, which is agriculture, health, education, social investment, and economic empowerment. But funny enough, when I start a program, you see the ministry, we have different ministries that, they are giving budgets to do national programs. They'll now approach me that they want to collaborate. But I try to be smart enough and make sure I hand over the project to them, because these are projects that are budgeted for. I hand it over to them. I said, you can do that. When they said they gave me money in their budget as a line item, I said, why don't you seed the money to all the first ladies of various states so they can get to the people? I'm just in the federal government, but they are the people who are directly affected. So my work, every quarter I meet with them, I share with them, I give them grants, whatever I'm able to make. I believe that I didn't want to give women loans. There are a lot of, banks that do that, and a lot of government that will give loans. But from my experience, once you're a politician, you give loans, they won't pay back. So I just give grants. So grants to either recapitalize their businesses or, either through the people living with disability, which we try to do occasionally as well. So I try to do that and see, how we can ameliorate the suffering of the people. Because in a society as wealthy that, a group of Nigerians are, there's still always, the poor amongst us. There was a report that we have over 100 million poor people. If we're a population of over 250 million, why, all it takes is for you to help one. And I think if we're doing that, we'll be out of poverty. So that's my take. And I kept speaking about that. And I believe that, hopefully they will know. And we started the alternative high school for girls, because being a teacher, most of my brilliant students dropped out of school. And I just thought, if I were in their shoes, they said, Mother Teresa even said that the best way to do to people is when you put yourself in their shoes, how would you want them to treat you? So I was thinking, if I'm a student that got pregnant, I would like them to, I'm a child, I would want to be given a second chance opportunity. So being a teacher, I started the alternative high school. I forced my husband, because it's very difficult for First Lady to get into government programs, especially in Nigeria. So I was like on my husband's neck. I said, you have to do this school, this and that. So they built the first one in 2007. In my Senate years, I kept talking about this. I happen to be a member of Senate Committee on Education. So I talk about that when we, when they're talking about girl education. I said this is the best way to do it. You have to get a creche and put a creche there where the mother will be learning, the child too will be learning. But Nigeria too is faced with a huge, talking to my sister also, a huge problem of the Almajiri children. I don't know if you've heard of that. Children, Muslim children in search of knowledge. They say the parents just throw them to the streets to go look for education, and they have to fend for themselves. And they're very young. And at first, I thought they were beggars until in my Senate days, I was told that no, they are not. They are just looking for the knowledge of the master, which is Prophet Muhammad. So they are trying to learn that. And there's nothing wrong in trying to look for faith. The best way faith will teach you how to love your neighbor, how to be kind to society. And I think if we have that in society, crime will be less. But unfortunately, most of these children were abused. They were abused sexually. Some even had their eyes gouged out. It's very, very, yes, it's a very, very sorry state. And now, so these children, we have to look for special schools for them. And this is a time bomb in Nigeria. These children are in millions. Millions, I can't even say. So we need help in that area, because I was telling them now, I said, I'm working with the agency, just trying from my little experience of being a teacher, that you have to register all the imams who are supposed to take care of these children that, the parents send them to learn from. I said, they have to be registered. So if anything should happen, they should be liable. But not only that, we have to now build special schools for them where they will go through their Islamic education and also have formal education, because times are changing. So those are the things we are looking for, funding for, because the government alone cannot do it. The population is so large. We're trying our best. And like my sister said, that, finally said, I'll continually look for partnership that favors growth and development. If I begin to talk, I don't think, I will give them room. We won't live here. And my sisters do have a flight to catch. So I thank you so much. Nice meeting you. I love our friendship. And it's been quite, this is another level. And the vice president of OFLAD is here. So, and I think this is another group which I think I hold very dear.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, the First Lady of Nigeria, Her Excellency Senator OLUREMI TINUBU, CON. I know it's a very, very tough job, since you have all this big population and the needs are tremendous. But you are doing a great job. What we have seen is very diverse and taking care of all types of society, from children to elderly. Also in our scholarships, we have elderly care, medical care, which also can complement your initiative. So we can enroll doctors in this from different provinces. So we have 47 provinces. We can have 47 scholarships for elderly care, each one in each provinces. So this will be great. And of course, the scholarships for girls, which we agreed on to cover all the provinces, which is going to be amazing as well. You have 47. 40,
we have 36 states and the federal capital.
Yes.
37.
37.
I cater for 37.
Okay.
But like Kano and Lagos State, the population is huge.
Yes.
Lagos is almost 25 million.
All right. So there are more. So we can agree with the office to select bigger places. We can put more. Yes, and then we can expand. Yes, definitely. Thank you very much for also being with us. And just a small note, we are operating in 55 countries from the center of Merck Foundation here in Dubai and, of course, Germany. since it's German non-profit organization. So we are working centrally with all the offices of the First Ladies, and if we don't have First Lady in countries, we operate directly with the Ministry of Health in each country or medical societies. So for all the new First Ladies who joined us, please, when you come to here again, we will need to organize a visit to our office, because most of the First Ladies have visited our office. First Lady of Gabon, First Lady of Gambia, Central African Republic, many of them. Not yet. So now we have the First Lady of Zimbabwe did not visit our office yet. You have to come. So all the new First Ladies, we are invited to, when you come to Dubai, please visit our office so you can see it. Thank you very much.